guys, what's up? Today's video is just kind of a chit chat update in my life type thing. For starters, Kinsley is 16 months old. I can't believe she's 16, getting close to 17 months old. Like, she's almost a year and a half, which to me is just insane. I can't believe I gave birth over a year ago. I have had a lot of people ask me, like, baby number 2, are you gonna have baby number 2 like in a hospital, or like what are you gonna do? And I'm honestly not going to have my next child or any of the ones in the future. Like, I'm not pregnant, but none of my future children do not have planned to have in a hospital, just because the experience that we had with that one, it was very traumatic for me. And I don't know, I know I posted it on like my Instagram and stuff, but I don't think I ever talked about it on here. My husband had to be taken to the emergency room back in I want to say it was November that we had to take him, because he was having like shortness of breath and pain in his left arm, and his heart was racing like really bad. While he was at work, he went to the fire station there by his work, and they checked him out and said that he needed to go. They said that they didn't have to take him if he didn't want them to, but he couldn't drive himself, so I went and picked him up and we took him. And he's fine, but we're honestly not sure why he had that issue. But once we got to the hospital, like once him and I arrived and we pulled into the parking lot, I sat there in the car freaking out, because I did not want to go into that hospital because I was so scared to. That's just how freaked out I am about hospitals now, after having my daughter and the whole experience that we had with her. I'm just honestly scared to go into a hospital. It's not even giving birth in a hospital that scares me or anything like that. It's literally going into the hospital that absolutely terrifies me. And I don't know if I will get over it, but just for the fact that it does scare me so much just to even enter one is the reason why we do not plan to have another birth in the hospital. We will do birthing centers and stuff like that, but we will not be having another one in the hospital unless for some reason we have to go, which I don't think we ever will, but the plan is not to ever have another baby in the hospital, just for the fact that the experience with my first birth was so traumatic for me. So that's just an update on that, because I've had people asking about that. Another update is, I know I've mentioned in previous videos about my little business that I have where I sell like shirts and different things. I have closed that down. I think it was the beginning of this week or the end of last week that was officially closed down. There's a lot of different factors to that. I will go more in detail in another video, because I've had so many people ask, but that has been closed down. We are no longer doing that. There's not like a whole lot that's really changed or anything like that in our life. My husband is working 10-hour shifts currently, so that's a big change, because you know, normally he worked 8s and he works in a cabinet shop, so he would leave at like 6 a.m. and then he would be home around 3, because he would leave work at 2:30 and it would take him about 30 minutes. It's not exactly 30 minutes away, but it would take him close to that time to get home. Depending on traffic and stuff, he would be home at 3 or a little bit before. And now he's not getting home until 5 o'clock, because they have them on overtime and they're working 10-hour shifts. So that's a big adjustment, going from seeing him a lot more to like never seeing him, because once he gets home, some days we have to just go to the store, and like, because obviously we have to shop and get groceries. So sometimes it's he gets home, we leave, we go shopping, and then we have to come home and make dinner. So then like while I'm making dinner, he has to shower and everything since he's been in a wood shop all day. And then we eat, and then maybe we sit down for a few minutes and relax, but not very long, because by the time we get home, just because of everywhere that we have to shop is so far away, it's like 15, no, it's more than 15, it's like 20. There used to be a shop 15 minutes away, but it closed down. So everything's like 20 to 30 minutes away from us. So we have to drive there, we have to do all of our shopping and drive back. And that usually gets us back home at like 7:30. And then I have to make dinner, and then we eat. And he goes to bed around 9:30 just because he has to be up so early in the morning. So it's not a lot of time that we get to spend together because he's on 10s. So like I said, that's a big adjustment, going from having quite a bit of time with him getting home at 3 and having the rest of the day to spend together, to him getting home at 5 and him going to bed at 9:30. So that's a big adjustment for us, but we're working on it and we're making everything work. We're just, you know, living life, dealing with it. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, I think I've shown it in a few videos, but my husband got a gecko. I think it's a, I can't remember if it's a leopard gecko. I think it's a leopard gecko. I don't think it's a crested gecko, but I think it's a leopard gecko. I'm terrified of it. I am not one for like reptiles and stuff, but he wanted it really bad, so I was okay with it. So he has it, and I'm like, I will never touch it. I'll look at him, like I'll feed him, put his food in there, like his water and stuff. I deal with all of that, but I will not touch him. I'll look at him and stuff, but I do not touch him. So that's new. It's kind of new, not really. I started a food blog, so if anybody's curious about that, I can leave a link to it in the description if they let me. Facebook has had an issue with it and they say it's spam and they won't let me leave the link. So I did start a food blog. The website for that is Rachel Williams blog, I believe, .weebly.com, and it's the same web designer that we used for our business stuff, but for some reason they just mark it as spam. But if anybody's interested, I do a lot of recipes and I do like meal plans and stuff, so that's new. I just started that a couple weeks ago. If anybody wants to go, you know, check that out, look at it. I don't think there's very many things else that are new. I mean, we got that new bed. The bed is amazing. Throw a little bed review in here for everybody if anybody was wondering about that bed that we bought from Costco. I think I showed it in, it was a couple videos, maybe like 2 or 3 videos back, maybe 4. We had gotten a new bed from Costco. It was the Novaform memory foam bed or something like that. I can't remember exactly what the name of it was, but that bed is absolutely amazing. We got it, and my husband and I, whenever we first got married, we bought like a cheap $50 mattress from somebody that just used it every once in a while for like photos and stuff, because she was a photographer and she was moving and she was selling it. So since the bed had never actually like really been used, we just bought it, and she was selling it for $50 since she was moving and she just wanted to get rid of it. So we had slept on that basically from the time that we got married until now. I mean, we switched mattresses to one of my parents' old ones. I guess it was one of my sister's old ones, but it was one that I used to have whenever like I lived at home. And we took that for a little while, and then we got this new one, and this new one is bigger. We went from a full size to a queen size, so it's not like a big difference, but it's still a bigger bed. And the bed is honestly so comfortable. Like if he's moving around, I do not feel him moving. It used to be like we'd be in bed and like if one of us moved, the whole bed would shake. It does not do that anymore. If I move or he moves, there's little to no movement. So that's really nice. It is an amazing bed. I definitely recommend it if anybody is needing a new mattress, or even if you're not and you just want a new mattress and you just want a better night's sleep. I definitely recommend that mattress. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. So that was my little bed review because I honestly love that bed. So does my husband. My husband and I really want to get started on building a house this year. We don't know if it will happen, but we really want to. I know we've talked about it a lot, but different things with money and the economy and stuff has made it where we can't and haven't been able to. So maybe we will start this year, maybe we will not. We don't know yet. We will definitely see after tax season, with this being the one, well, I guess it's the second year, but the first year that we've actually had anything to really report for the business. Last year we didn't, because we didn't really do anything with it. It's been open for 2 years, but we didn't really do anything last year. Didn't have any sales or anything. We spent way more than we made, definitely. So this year's the first year that we actually have quite a bit to report and everything. So after tax season and we see what happens there, we'll talk more about and get more into on if we're going to start the house, or if we're not, or what we're going to do, because we definitely want to. It's definitely something we want to do, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't think that there's much else to like update you guys on. Just the food blog, and I'm spending more time since I closed down the business on YouTube, focusing more on that and on like growing my Instagram and stuff. So that's basically all the update I have for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in my next one.